For the right to play in next Monday's national championship game in Miami, we are underway here in New Orleans. Oh, good return up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Gregory, he finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez.
No way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's got this down to the 35. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on 3rd down. Gregory. This complete to the tight end Clay. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance of yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Hurricanes now 1st and 10. Daniel fakes the handoff. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They run the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Off play action. Daniel. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Frazier. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Powers by at the 40, and he's got this down to the 35. So a nice completion there, Charles. And you talk about this young receiver, one of the best in the nation, if not the best. 88 catches, close to 1,500 yards in the regular season.
And Brandon, as we prepared for this game, I went back and looked at my notes from scouting him throughout the season.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gregory looking middle, and it's incomplete. Clay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Gregory. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you hit
from behind, and he's going to be driven down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He finds his man complete. It's Frazier. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down. And this time, they'll just keep this on the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. The final shot before the break. Daniel buying time to his left. He goes left side, and he has down. The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the 2nd half of this semifinal matchup. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as we get this up to the 29. Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On 2nd down, it's Frazier. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And Dye brings it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Daniel. He finds his man complete. It's Flowers. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type.
And he will take this in. Touchdown, Miami. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Hurricanes have taken the lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The SC offense about set to take over here. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
On second down now, it's Frazier. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open.
Under pressure, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too. In man coverage, your #1 cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He finds his man complete. It's Robbins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. I haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the
well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 33, 30. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Throwing now, Daniel. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On third down, Frazier. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. Here's Charles. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This to possibly force OT. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. So led by a collective team effort.
Who on that bitch? Huh?
Well, we're now just a few days away from the College Football Playoff Championship game, where one of the nation's top...
Like that, bro.
Well, some of the biggest stars of the college football world will be on display tonight as we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight we play for the College Football Playoffs National Championship as we'll see the Clemson Tigers taking on the Miami Hurricanes. all set for football now in South Florida. Strap in, folks. It's going to be a good one. We are underway in the national championship game. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Taylor. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. Daniel going to throw. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Under pressure, and down goes Daniel. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sand. Here we go on 4th. Daniel steps away. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Jewell. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. We're scoreless after 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. And his kick is indeed.
All right, but in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Daniel forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Greer. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down. To the air again, Daniel. He finds his man, complete. That's Flowers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 38.